Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age Pirates 4 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the magenta English. We have coRe. Spawn bottom top right side as the orange Delhi Sultanate. We have Can I Stop My Fall? Mill going on up, as well as a mosque house. When it comes to map generation, we've got two deer deposits on the same side with the boar, but this is English. There's a good chance you won't even touch the deer. You definitely not touch these berries. There's stone and gold down here, along with more berries and sheeple, and a small gold deposit there. So the English player's gold is split. For the Delhi Sultanate, it does have a large stone deposit and small stone deposit pretty close by. Berries here, so this may be a good spot for a village fortress keep, along with some deer. This may be a good expansion location. Small gold deposit here, so it looks like most of this gold spawned up here. Small gold bit forward, large a little bit in the rear. More deer up here. You could use the free professional scouts to actually obtain this deer deposit. You can eventually grab all the deer with one scout, takes a significant amount of time. And usually Delhi Sultan tends to go for guys raiders, so you tend to have a stable or two nearby, so you can always invest a scout or two to grab the deer. Additionally, he's fighting against English, who tends not to touch the deer deposits. This one will probably be touched, but this one probably not, so he could also steal this deer deposit. Abbey King being blown field, Tower of Victory. The King is classified as heavy, and hits hard but slow. Same description I give to the Ghazi Raiders. So the Ghazi Raiders should be quite reasonable against the King. Lumber camp now being built. And the Tower of Victory is almost complete. Got 11 sheep here, 8 remaining for the English, and a farm. E-I-E-I-O. I don't know why I said that. I'm going crazy. Either way, we now got the King heading up here. More scholars now being employed in the field. And now we do got a bit of a charge attack there onto the villagers. Of course, without textiles, you of course have less health, but the King's damage is a bit slow, honestly. 16 damage, 24 damage for a charge, and his attack speed is even slower than crossbowmen and hand cannoneers at 2.38. The King's not exactly high DPS, just him being in the region is the threat. Like most things, he loves to find unprotected villagers, but he can easily be warded away. A couple of angry men with pointy sticks will also do as well. The King and Scout moving around. We got two Ghazi Raiders in the field. That should be enough to deal with the King. Let's see, plus 2 for saving, so 14 minus 2, so 12 damage per strike as opposed to 16. A little bit slower. Yeah, I think two Ghazi Raiders is enough to defeat the King. 3 is definitely more than plenty. Just make sure the scout stabs the scout. Ghazi Raider number 4 now pulling the field. 5 and 6 on the build queue. We do have an arrow slit here on this outpost. I think the English player is going for... Actually just went for a round of stone. Did not eye for a round of... for a secondary town center. He may be eyeing for a fast castle into King's Palace. Got quite a bit of resource stockpiled up, so I have a feeling it's going to be King's Palace and not the White Tower. The King does get a little charge there, but the Scholar can heal up the Ghazi Raider no problem. And we got a very good number of Ghazi Raiders on the field. English player can now age up. He is going for the White Tower. And we deployed right there. So maybe he's going to get some farms around here in the future. We now got survival techniques in the build queue. I wonder, did he go for professional scouts? Nope, not just yet. Maybe it just wasn't properly queued up. White tower being built. Almost halfway complete. God's Raiders push way forward. On the kings on the field and the scout. She's probably going to be the future queen. Farms going on up. Going to really start getting built. He could fall back to the town center. Villagers getting hit. He does not have textiles. He's going to lose a good number of villagers. A good number of villagers. Yep, he should have fought those gold miners onto the build queue as well. Now the guys are just heading straight to the villagers. Oh, that is a large number of villagers dead. That is 12 villagers dead. Yeah, he should have took those gold miners, helped build the white tower as soon as he saw those guys were just charging way forward. Because his only chance there was either retreat away from the white tower or build it. And he sort of did neither. He didn't really focus on building. He did not even bother to try to run. The king, of course, does get a stat boost. Yep. And right now he's down by 50% villagers. 20 versus 30, that is quite big right now. Delhi Sultanate player is, of course, behind on teching for quite some time. However, the English player can't really make an advantage. He needs to go for a secondary town center at this point in time, probably recover villagers. The king is doing a good job of drawing fire and aggression. Villagers here, taking some fire. Single knight from the English player could make a big difference, able to slice apart these villagers. Textile's not been researched. He does have the white tower victory, so getting out the fast attack and speed movement could be very useful. God's Raider is more of a soft counter to the heavy rather than a hard counter with a +2 damage against heavy. It's a bit more effective against the man-at-arms rather than knights. Knights have a bit just too heavy nature to them. Knights heading up here, a single knight. I'm gonna try to say good night to the scholar, but the scholar should be fine. Though the God's Raiders are a little bit behind. Lance charge attack does intercept it. Scholar playing Ring Around the Rosie. Great encirclement there, keeps the knight at bay, and the scholar goes back to the sacred site. All sacred sites now captured up by orange, which will give them an extra gold income, as well as get the sacred site victory started. I'm just slurring all my words for some reason, and it's not because I'm drinking, because I don't drink. It's because I lacked sleep last night. King heading over here, knights trying to decapture the sacred site. Even the God's Raiders are lower quality, they're just here in numbers. Want to do over quality, sometimes, generally honestly, wins out. King does go down, the king is dead, and we do not see the king being redeployed on the field. Still got a good number of knights in the field. He may want to mix in some spearmen, honestly. It does, in case that knight, he's going to try to take out these knights as well. He is confident. The knights are, they do have an avenue to escape. Another knight charges way forward. Even if the orange player does take out that knight before he gets inside the town center, the rest of these guys are just falling back. Even if he does take costly, ineffective engagements, he has a superior economy, so he can easily even that out. Going back that knight, if you're able to get pulled it back, the Abbey Kings has 6 health regen out of combat. I wonder, can the Abbey Kings heal stuff inside the town center if it's in aura radius like this? Not sure. Hopefully, yes, honestly. I know Raw Knights have the Chivalry upgrade, which does allow them to heal within the garrison, but that's a self-applied upgrade than an aura-applied upgrade. So those could be applied well, definitely do get applied differently, but I'm not sure if the Abbey Kings can be applied. Villager's taking some hits there. Lancer engaging the Knight. Lancer does get a good shot there. And some orange villagers starting to be whittled down. Hope this one gets stuck. And of course, yep, there it goes. Does throw a torch there. Villager down. These little kills, villager kills is very important for Magenta because Orange has a villager advantage. That one just goes down, didn't properly retaliate. And Orange does have all the secret sites captured, giving some good amount of gold, while Magenta does, of course, have the improved farming economy, which keeps them nice and safe. Got a very good number of lances on the field. Each player is starting to pull out some crossbows. I think some spearmen wouldn't hurt as well, at least not him. Good number of archery and stuff deployed on the field. He knows that he's likely to be fighting against either spearman or crossbow of the mass lancer, so going for some archers wouldn't be half bad. Knight is dead. English player's down to one knight. He's probably wounded. Nope, he's the opposite of wounded. Village fortress now on the way. What did he age up with again, was it? Compound defender. It already feels like my voice is going out. I think I overdid it yesterday. So my apology if my voice starts cracking. God's Raiders and Lancers heading down south. White Tower going for crossbowmen. Just rely on the production queue of the White Tower for now. Huh. Oh yeah, the White Tower produces 100% faster. I always forget about that part. It's a bit more of the recent patches that did that. I'm always used to the White Tower just being just a keep. Actually, 100% production speed is quite nice. Makes us pseudo everything on Castle Age, getting out your knights, getting out your crossbows, or siege weapons. Knight taking some damage here. The knight does go down. Local doggo demands head pats. Good number of crossbows here. And looks like the English player is trying to collect some stone. I don't think it's going for a keep. It could be for a town center. The villager disadvantage is only by 5 right now for the English player, so secondary town center would be very useful. Plus, he knows he's fighting against the Sultanate. He can't let his opponent get out too many keeps because they, of course, do act as town centers eventually. So getting out some town center of his own right now could be very useful. There's a town center of his own. 235 stone. Go for more town centers. The third one probably would not hurt. Or like really keep this villager production going. Lancers do take a nice volley there. Nothing went down there. He could fall back to some scholars, get healed on up. This force is a good number of them are quite wounded, so going to a scholar is going to be very nice. He has 6 scholars in the field, 2 more in the build queue. This may be for the healing, or at least for the sacred site. Orange has claimed the 4 relics. The last relic is right there, which Orange could claim is not going to be a Magenta Sphere of Influence soon. More spearmen being blown on out. Crossbows moving around. We do now have the mill going on up. Some of the horse puppers going on down. And maybe Bambi in creation right there. A large number of Disney stuff is based off of other fairy tales. What was Bambi based off of? Is Bambi actually original work by Disney, or is it based off of something else? Because most of Disney stuff is not original. Pixar, for the most part, yes. Partially. Thinking Monsters Inc. Monsters of Claus is technically not a original work, more per se. But that is just a basic, like, scared of children's trope. Sorry, whenever I think of Pixar, I think of Monsters Inc. for some odd reason. Enough of that. Either way, we do now got the spearmen and crossbowmen here, warding away the crossbowmen. Both of them inaccurately counter each other. Lancer and Gauzy here. The Gauzy could go down. Does stab the Lancer. Does stab the Gauzy there. Lancer will beat the Spearman in 1v1 combat. The Spearman's also only hardened. Veteran Spearman research is on the way. Orange has claimed the Sacred Site. All these guys are wounded. We do also have a pair of Mangonels. 2 more on the way. You know this one is going for a good number of crossbows. And Mangonels do decently well against Spearmen, especially Castle Age Spearmen. There are 2 longbowmen on the field, but not veteran longbowmen either. Gold deposit not being claimed. Let's see, the Deadly Sultanate has a number of Lancers. Would it be better to go with the Weingard Palace, or the Warengard Palace, or would it be better to go for the Berkshire Palace? Berkshire Castle. Blah. Crossbow goes down. This map tends to be very laney, so the Berkshire Castle probably would be better in providing pressure to the central sacred site, and depending on the one field, maybe even pressure to 2. The Weingard Palace does give you access to some unique elite units, in which the Weingard Ranger, the Warengard Ranger, may not be half bad against his opponent's crossbowman. Got now a keep here. Warengard Footmen do bonus efforts cavalry. They're not affected by Armored Clad, which I don't think he's gone for that upgrade. He is going for the Man-at-Arms upgrade, going from early Man-at-Arms to regular Man-at-Arms. But either way, he's going to fight against his keep. I suppose the Warengard Palace's Warengard army wouldn't be half bad against the more keep composition of the Deadly Sultanate with all the village fortresses. Because that's basically a free trebuchet. The farm's under siege, you monster. The farm does go down. We got triple. Oh, there's a siege workshop. It's like, did that trebuchet just come up with a keep? Nope. It was a siege workshop behind it. Primary town center, the capital is now under siege. And he has to only destroy these 3 landmarks, which are pretty close by. So this keep will provide us quite a bit of a good siege camp for the trebuchets to siege down all the landmarks. Orange does not have to push forward. He just needs to maintain this region, let the trebuchets do their work. Additional trebuchets will not hurt. Distractionary will. Oh, nope. He actually may get one, guys. Does not get any of them. Springald's pushing their way forward. Mangonels can do decently well for Springald's, assuming they get into range. He does have his own defensive Springald here. There's also another one there, which just went down. Capital taking some massive damage. More trebuchets being built. He's trying to repair up this Springald. Maybe we're going to upgrade this to a Springald emplacement. because he's going to try to finish the game relatively soon. 3 trebuchets here. He could try to push up the mangonels and splash down the spring golds. Another spring gold deployed field. Use the white tower to build them out quickly. We got 3 spring golds now deployed by the Deadly Sultanate as well. Push way forward, gain some decent damage onto the keep, onto the spring gold. Remember as well, each arrow does 14 damage, means that they do 4 damage per arrow per spring gold. Garrisoning the keep is actually a possibility to protect himself against his opponent's spring golds. Spring gold emplacement now almost built. Got a trebuchet here. Capital under siege. Which does push right forward. 2 for 2. Capitals set of blaze, more spring golds here. And now we've got these forces charging before, trying to overrun those spring golds. We're fighting against 2 keeps now. Lance is charging way forward, he's trying to save, and Magenta backs out the game now. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.